did that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I hate puppies.
It did start late, technically.
Yeah.
Good podcast. I feel threatened. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what beer you should be drinking this weekend. Very excited. We have two beers from far, far away.
We do?
Beers that are hard to get, yes.
Oh, did you bring these from your trip?
I did not. Young Jimmy insisted on buying a couple delis.
Nice.
That's so nice of him because, if I remember correctly, he's had a couple, strikeouts lately, right?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, he's had some bad ones.
Yeah.
But these couldn't possibly lose. One of them is so American. And the other
More
one,
than the one we did a couple weeks ago?
it makes that one look communist.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that was intentionally why I was like, yes, we should get this.
America.
Yeah. Fucking dope, dude. So we shall see. But we'll have to wait 40 minutes before we unveil that bad boy.
I'm digging the hat.
Dude, it's because it's spring break. It's my spring break hat.
He's got the natural light hat, rocking the rainbow.
I didn't even notice it was a natural light hat.
Oh, dude, this hat is strong, dude.
I saw a natural light hat
I
in
don't think that's a rainbow.
No, it's like a
mountainscape.
sunset.
Something. Who knows?
Oh, guys, by the way, happy anniversary. 9 years.
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
shit.
for us.
Yeah. Can you believe it? 9 years.
It's April already?
Just like Brendan to forget his anniversary.
I know. Hey,
I resemble that remark.
he's got to stay true to himself. And no other way.
That's right. I'm not going to remember this anniversary. You know how much trouble I'd be in with the wife if I remembered this one? What a dick.
9 years. That's, hey, it's longer than most people's marriages.
Absolutely.
Oh, by far.
Absolutely.
And it's about 4 years longer than I wanted to do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've about doubled up since the first time of. Should we shut it down?
There's a podcast that I listen to that's like, these are my boys. I mean, these are my boys. I love these three dudes. Like like I feel like I'm friends with them because I listen
Yeah.
to them so often. And I just found out today that all of a sudden a best of came out, and I'm like, well, what's happened there?
Oh,
And
no.
one of the guys is
I
like,
hate that feeling.
one of the guys is like, I'm tired of this shit. He's like, I'm not doing this anymore. There's been rumors that things haven't been going great, but they just up and canceled.
That's what happened to me when Big O and Dukes went off, and then Chad Dukes stopped putting out the free episodes. Broke my heart.
It was
Twice.
such a weird feeling when I saw it though that they had quit because they're my show. I
Yeah.
listen to them every day.
How long was their run?
Longer than ours.
Okay.
They've been around for
For
a
now.
long time. Yeah, but seeing them quit, it gave me hope. It gave me
It
hope.
can be done.
Yeah. Because I feel like I'm trapped. Like I can't get out from underneath this thing. And
100%.
they quit, and I was like, oh, he did it. He really did it. Like it's such a different feeling for me because I'm almost proud of him. I'm
It's
like, you
like when,
fucking quit. That's great.
It's like
quitter.
For the longest time, the 900 on the vert ramp was the impossible trick.
Oh, yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk tried. Finally did one. Literally 2 weeks later, a 13-year-old was doing it. Like,
Yeah.
once you see it done, you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw a 900 get landed by one of my favorite podcasts.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, of course we can quit.
Now Brendan's like, I'm filing for divorce tomorrow.
Yeah. Like everything. I'm blowing the whole damn thing up. I'm excited.
Well, you probably don't feel very good being that you just did an 8-hour car
No,
ride.
I just drove in 8 hours.
That's what people don't get. Like, it's so hard. Every week it seems harder and harder to get the crew together to do this.
And having this happen tonight officially puts me on day 7 of a bender.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because I'm on spring break.
That's right.
Oh, no.
I'm out chilling right now.
When did we do last week's? Was it Thursday?
So I was in
Or Wednesday last week?
think it was-
Thursday I was in Atlanta. I know that.
So it must have been Wednesday we started, or Tuesday.
It was Tuesday
it was a
because I was in
Tuesday.
I was out of town in Charlotte.
Yeah, it was a Tuesday.
So
'cause
you drank last Tuesday.
I took that Wednesday off, and then Wednesday when I got to Atlanta, I was like, I am not drinking.
That's right.
In fact,
We talked on the phone that night. I called you that night, and you were in your hotel room, and
yeah,
you were
you
like,
thought I was
you were
going to be
like,
all shit faced or
yeah.
something.
I had to
partying.
tell you something, and I was like, I'm not calling Brendan because he's probably going to be out. Well, I mean, in defense of you, your job requires you to go out and do a lot of after hour stuff. I knew you were out of town. I was like,
Yeah.
I need to tell him this. And I was driving. I was like, I'm not going to call him. He's probably going to be busy. And I called him, and I was like, what's up? And you were like, I'm just banging out work in the hotel room.
Yep.
And I was like, wait, what? And we ended up talking for like 45 minutes on my commute.
That's how you know I was bored as shit.
Yeah.
I was willing to join him on his commute.
Yeah, I was
Like,
driving home.
You're
from a
driving and
concert.
have nowhere
Yeah.
to be? I can talk. That's when you know everything's gone south.
You know, for those that don't travel for work, it's romantic, and it is fun. There's a time when it's a good time,
Like, kinda.
but you've done it enough, and it just gets to be a suck. It's just not enjoyable.
Absolutely.
It's that way with everything. Because I remember those days.
Yeah.
Like there were people at my work that travel all the time. If I could just do that, it'd be wonderful. But it sounds like marriage too.
Hold on, is this Dave the character, or is this?
Of course.
No, but I mean, isn't that marriage in a nutshell? Like no, like it.
I love
like,
my man. I love being married.
No, I do too. But what's different? You know, like
You don't hear a Beach Boys song after they're already married.
that's exactly right.
Right.
That's exactly right.
Timely reference.
Yeah,
They're coming in town.
yeah, dude. You just don't
Well,
hear about that
I will say
binging
this.
Netflix. But no fucking chill. It's just Netflix without the fucking.
Yeah,
It's like, no, let's watch Netflix. And
Netflix and
in
more
the married
Netflix.
world, it really means Netflix,
Netflix.
and crumbs on your shirt.
Yeah, but that's how you know how bad travel is when you're at the office and they're like, we need you to go out of town. And you're like, okay, I could go out of town, stay in a hotel, go party, or stay home and Netflix. And I think I'd rather stay home and Netflix than Netflix.
I know I would. You called me that
Actually,
night.
yeah, I know I would.
I had been so I had gone downstairs because I needed to get some food. Well, first I bought some Zyn. Pro tip, don't buy Zyn in the city limits of Atlanta.
Because
$20.
$1,000.
Yeah.
I walked in there thinking I was at my normal. I was like, yeah, let me get 5 of them.
Yeah.
I was like, God, $40. Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
just happened?
damn.
That was not a good deal. It was bad. Just didn't like it.
So I have to go down to Charlotte nowadays every other week for 3 days, and that's my little travel that's happening recently. And last week, I have this routine when I go down there, I check into the hotel, work for the day. When the day's done, go home, go back to the hotel and chill out for like an hour and a half or so, and then I walk to downtown. It's about a mile and a half from the hotel I stay at, and so that's like
the move.
I just get my steps in, just walk,
Yeah.
go eat, maybe spend about an hour and a half at the most, and then walk back, and I'm in bed chilling by 9:30. I'm good to go, ready for the next day.
That's it.
And last week, same routine. It's Tuesday. I leave the restaurant and I start walking back, and within like 30 seconds, all I realize is that there is 1,000 people, all mainly women, all dressed in pink, walking in the same direction I am, going towards the Spectrum or whatever the concert thing is downtown. And there was unbeknownst to me, there was a Nicki Minaj concert. And that night, all
Nice.
these people checked into the hotel, and they were just partying all night long. It was great. I couldn't get a damn lick of sleep in.
That's tough. That's tough. Them
But
Nicki
that's the-
Minaj is.
Yeah, on a Tuesday night, of all things.
Well, yeah, man. Nikki doesn't care what day it is. Just like we don't care what day it is. We're out here we're dying a slow death.
Yeah.
But yeah, you called me. I had not been drinking
Yeah.
because I went down to the bar and the chick would not leave me alone. She's like, you sure you don't want this? And she was like, if you get an old fashioned with Uncle Nearest, we'll donate money to a historically black college or university. And I'm like, I love that. I'm not trying to be a dick.
Yeah.
I want to help. I just don't really want an old fashioned right now. And she's like, have you tried this gin that comes in a motor oil can? And I'm like, no, but seems gimmicky. She's like, that's actually some of the best gin you've ever had. You got it. It's called N Gin.
No pun intended.
Brilliant.
No, I think it was.
Comes in like a can. Like I was like, very interesting. So she was like, trust me. She's like, if you come back here tomorrow when you're drinking and stop being a pussy. She had a real fucking attitude.
Yeah.
I'll give her that. I liked that.
She must be commission based or something. Jeez. She was
She
hard
was-
selling you,
she was
dude.
hard selling me, like just trying to get booze in me. I'm like,
That's
I'm
a new
not-
one, too. Never heard the white guy get the hard sell for assisting HBCUs, like by buying a drink. Like,
Yeah, she came at me. She was like, you look like a man who wants to support an HBCU and get shit faced at
Yeah.
the same time. And I was
you're
like,
like, nailed it.
you actually have me
Yeah.
pegged.
What gave it away? The
The
hat?
North Carolina A&T shirt
Yeah.
gave it away.
So, but so I the next day, like I went and did my full day of work, did all my stuff, and like it was the end of the night, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get that drink. I'm gonna try that.
The
that
engine?
gin. Yeah, I wanted to try it. Because she said, if you come back here tomorrow night
And not be a pussy.
and you don't like it, she's like, I'll buy it.
Oh,
And I was like, okay, well that seems like a fair deal.
Dave's got an angle now.
I don't like this, and I would like another.
Let me run it back just to be sure and make it a double.
And I walked in there and everything was like, it was just me,
Yeah.
like totally chill. And there's like some other people down there, but I sat way down here away from everybody. The bar was kind of crowded down there. I avoided everybody, sat in my little weird corner of the bar. It's like, I just want this one drink, call it a night. These two dudes come in, sit down next to me. And the one dude is sitting there like, he's not shutting the fuck up. He's got opinions about everything. He's like, he's
Is he
dressed.
engaging you at this moment?
At this point, he's engaging away from me.
Uh-huh.
He's like kind of like being standoffish
Yeah,
about me,
yeah.
but sat right next to me. And his order from the bartender was, let me get your cheapest beer and your most expensive scotch. And I was like, well, that's kind of a weird fucking order. And then he turns to his buddy and he's like, so what's the best scotch in here? Like, what should I be getting? The guy's like, I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah.
leave me alone. Like his buddy and him were obviously not doing well. He starts yelling.
He's like, I'm not that guy.
yeah. So he starts asking other people, and they're like, I don't know, man. Like he's like bugging people.
Sounds like this dude's just like got a weird flex going.
He's got a real weird flex.
Like,
Your cheapest beer
I'm
and your
buying
best
the
scotch.
most expensive scotch, but
That's
I'm
always-
also cool and hip. So let me get your.
And you know
Yeah.
he's talking loud enough so that
Miller
everybody
High
just kind of
Life.
hears him.
Of course.
It's
Yeah,
not
he's-
like he's engaging you, but he's giving you fodder that you might be like, oh, well, I'll answer.
Turns out that was his whole thing.
It's
He's
also
looking-
weird because their most expensive beer is $8 and their cheapest beer is $7.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the scotch difference is what. Like I would have been like, let me get your finest beer and your shittiest scotch.
yeah.
Right.
Like that's a much better way to go about it. You're never going to get in trouble doing
Right.
that.
You
You're
can
like,
have
oh, $15.
$2,500 bar
Yeah.
tab from those two drinks if you're in the right place.
Well, he turns to me and he's like, what's the best scotch in here? And it just came up, Macallan 18,
How did you know that?
because it's just my favorite scotch.
But did they have it?
Turns out they did.
Okay. I thought you had some intel or something.
No, I
thought you were going to say, I don't know, but that engine stuff looks pretty good.
I was trying to educate him on the engine.
You should have named the worst scotch you could have thought of.
Yeah, Malort. I would go with a Jepson's Malort.
Yeah. Oh,
But
you
no,
haven't
so-
heard of it?
So I say Macallan 18, and then he goes, you're absolutely right. That is the finest scotch in here. And ordered it. And she goes, you want 1, 2, or 3 ounce pours? And he turns to me and he's like, what's the answer to that question? I was like, the answer is 1, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you
Because what's
lost
it, like $75 an ounce or something?
It turns out it's
stupid?
$100 an ounce.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'll take 3. And he sets them up with his buddy
you
who's
got it
pissed.
wrong.
And now all of a sudden, boom, I have a Macallan's in front of me and a High Life. And I'm like, uh-oh, I'm trying to drink my engine.
Yeah.
So now I've got a gin and tonic, a High Life, and $100 glass of scotch.
Yeah. But now you can say this engine tastes horrible and
Yeah.
based on what you're going to drink.
That's very true. But so then I look over and the dude is like grinding his teeth,
Oh,
like
yeah.
jaw clicking. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
This dude's all hopped up.
He's coked up.
Yeah.
Like this dude doesn't have any idea what's going on in his life. And his buddy's just pissed off.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a very long story, but apparently the other guy is a CFO and the one who was not all coked up.
Yeah.
And he had a horrible drug problem up until 10 years ago, and he cleaned his life up.
You know what former drug addicts hate?
Drug addict. Yeah. So he's cleaned his life up.
And the
then
guy
doing-
and the guy who's all high is the CEO.
No, so he's some Wall Street
He's
fuck.
got to sit there and watch his buddy do key bumps all night.
Yeah, he's some Wall Street guy. And like his girlfriend is somehow related to Trump somehow. Like his girlfriend's
Another.
dad is the CMO for one of Trump's companies or something. He's like, I hang out with him all the, like everything out of this guy's bluster.
We're getting a lot of weird flex check marks over here.
Yeah, his
Like,
dad was a Secret Service agent under
Secret surgeon.
under four
too.
different. Yeah, both did it all. No, so the dude was just weird.
His
He wouldn't-
girlfriend has the most expensive mermaid tail.
He was a weird dude, man. And he wouldn't shut up. And then he just kept ordering drinks on account of the ridiculous amount of cocaine in his system.
Yeah.
And his friend,
Talk about a waste of a drink.
no shit. But his friend is like all pissed off because I guess apparently this dude kept trying to go out and get drugs
Yeah.
and went out, scored drugs, not there, like back at home.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
both
yeah.
live in the same town. And the dude had gone out, scored drugs, and the other guy who doesn't want to deal with this shit just went home and went to bed. But apparently this dude's wife found out he was all doing all kinds of drugs. And he had accused the CFO dude of narking it out because he's not the one who came. But it
Yeah.
turns out it was some other drug addict that they were hanging with who just was like, sorry, babe, I was doing drugs all day with John. Like, yeah, that's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
So they're from a town in New York and they just happen to be in Atlanta at the same time. And I get in the middle of this pissing match between these two. Coked up boy with all the money in the world and the CFO, and Coke boy is trying to convince the CFO that he's fine. Like, my bad. I shouldn't have accused you of being a narc. We got to make up for it.
And
How are we
because he
gonna make
got you
up
the
for it?
because he got you the shot, you can't get up and walk around the other side of the bar.
So this dude keeps buying drinks
I
for
like
the
that
other guy.
the coked up dude's like, can't we just forget about me accusing you of this
Yes.
already?
And
Like,
the other dude keeps being like, no. You fucking called me a narc, you fucking asshole. So like the more they fight and then the more the Coke dude tries to find his way in, he just keeps buying more and more drinks and I'm just stuck in the wake.
And it's always three drinks per round.
Fortunately not.
Oh, okay.
But they're constantly coming. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Like they won't stop because he's like, get my boy a drink. Get my boy
No,
a
that's what I'm
drink.
saying. Like every time he
Oh
orders,
yeah,
you're getting
I
a
get
drink.
one too.
Right.
Absolutely. And then he keeps complaining that this beer is not bad enough. So now we're going through all the bad beers in the house, and they're just coming at a ridiculous clip. And I'm like, son of a bitch. It was hard. Finally the girl just closed the bar, and I was like, thank God. It's like,
so you
this
didn't
is-
buy a drink all night?
I bought the N gin.
Wow.
It was the only thing I had.
And
Like,
you didn't like it, so it was free.
No, I paid for that one. In fact, I was trying to get away. Like I was just talking to her. I was like, really good gin, like really happy. Like rah, 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 dude wouldn't stop. It was weird.
You didn't Irish goodbye that motherfucker?
No, the drinks just kept coming.
I mean, if you wanted out, you could have just
Oh, I
left.
could have just bounced.
Yeah.
Yes, but it was. Yeah, it didn't work out the way I intended.
Well, once you got
No,
lubricated.
keep in mind this is yeah,
yeah.
But it was probably only an hour and a half tops.
Yeah.
it just felt like
Forever.
kind of was like, wow, this is really starting to spiral here.
Yeah.
It was interesting, but I'd done all my work. The next day, all I had to do was eat a burger and
Yeah, because Thursday was your long day.
yeah. So I'd gotten through it.
Yeah.
Gotten through it.
So you're officially then you're on vacation.
As soon as I sat down next to Koki the Bandit,
It started.
I was on vacation. Yeah. Koki the Bandit was doing his thing.
Cookie the bin.
You weren't you were gonna have a good time whether you wanted to or not.
As long as my ride from Atlanta to South Carolina came
Yeah,
through.
that's what I called you about because
Yeah.
so you were out of town in Atlanta and you need to ride up to Anderson, which is where my dad lived for 8 years, and he still lives just west of there, and he's retired. And you were looking for a ride, and I was like, dude, my dad will probably drive down to Atlanta
Yeah.
and pick you up. So I was on the phone with my dad on my hour and a half ride home that night, and he was like, "Yeah, just give me the information. I'll do it." He just purchased a new car and was looking for something to
Trying
do.
to break it in. That's the best case.
So I called Brendan. And I was like, "Hey, my dad's available," and he's like, "I already fixed the glitch."
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I got picked up in an Uber from the airport,
Right.
and this dude starts talking about all the different ways he makes money. He's like this young Moroccan dude, and he just like keeps talking about, yeah, I got a mobile tire business, and I do this Uber thing, and I'm working on this, and he's got all these angles. I was like, you sound like a guy who likes to make a buck.
Listen to this mobile tire business. I thought it was kind of genius.
Yeah, his whole shtick is that he literally will just show up and change your tires for you. Like he can go pick up a tire, bring it. He basically puts tires on cars, but he does everything from like service where if someone gets a flat and they have his information, they'll call. He shows up, changes your tire on the side of the road, but he'll also like show up and put tires on rental cars and different things so that they don't have to during the day
All
deal with
after
this
hours.
shit. He does it all through the night. It's very interesting. But I
So
was
like he'll go to a rental car place and he'll be like, "We need a new set of rims."
So he's-
and they'll have the tires sitting there and the rims off, and he'll grab all of it, take it back to his shop, swap them out, bounce them, put them back, drop them off.
Working all night, all hours, and then he starts his Uber job come sunup.
Yeah,
yeah, and then I was like, "You sound like a guy who wants to make some money." I was like,
He should have sold
How
coke
about-
to that guy sitting next to him.
Exactly.
in the bar.
"I'm certain
he
he
might
did.
have.
I'm certain he did." Yeah, so I asked the dude. I asked
I'll
the
put
dude if
it
he
in
would
the
drive me.
tire.
So that's the best way to do it. That's
$5,000
great.
Yeah.
tire change.
Go to this address. You'll see a stack of tires. Reach in the third one.
This is the third time tonight this guy's called in about a flat tire.
Yeah.
Dude loves tires.
The driver said he'd just run over there and meet us. Yeah. He didn't need a ride.
Yeah, the kid hustled, man.
Yeah.
And so he was great. I was like, "How about you drive me 2 hours?"
Well, let me ask you
Tomorrow.
this: did you have a planned Uber thing, like to go somewhere, and then you started this conversation in the middle of what was supposed to be a 20-minute trip?
No, I had no way of knowing that I was going to get. I had no idea how I was going to get from Atlanta.
But I mean,
How did
He
you
got
get
in.
in
He got in the Uber going from the airport to the hotel. So the Uber
Yeah,
driver he
okay.
had during that 20-minute
gotcha,
run,
Said, let me give you my card.
gotcha.
he said, "I noticed you drive Ubers. Would you like to drive me?"
Because he was like, yeah, we don't get paid a lot, and then I have to drive back all by myself. And I was like, the way I'm looking at it, it's 120 miles there.
Okay.
I'll give you $1 a mile, but
Plus-
I'll pay you the whole way back too. So I'll give you the $240. And he was like, "That's exactly the number in my head." I was like, "This is going great."
It's really 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you
Yeah, no shit.
you just tripled it. You
Yeah.
just tripled it.
Anything over 100, he was like, "Yes."
Yes.
But it worked. The dude showed up.
How was it? Was it a quick, easy drive? Like no traffic? Like
Yeah, I finished my meetings, like my morning meetings. I went over to the Vortex Burger and started drinking. It's like 11:30, and I've got a tall boy in front of me. Ordered
before
a
your
burger.
2-hour car ride, though,
Oh yeah,
I've been worried I would have had to take a leap.
I drank 2 tall boys, and then waited. I refused to let myself pee until right before he got there.
Yeah.
And then I ran in, peed, and then got in his car and like bolted. So I did not have to pee. Plus, I knew Koki the bear would have had me very dehydrated. So
Yeah.
I knew my body was dehydrated, and sure enough, it
Yeah.
was.
So you can stop drinking throughout the day.
Yeah.
I can't.
Once you start, you start. You're one of those.
Yeah, and if I know I'm going to drink later that evening or afternoon, I can't start and then stone cold stop for a 2-hour drive. That would be hell. I would rather stop,
I would feel
not
like
even
hell.
start until after, or you have a traveling 6-pack with you. But
There you go.
that's a sign of
If that's the
Little
case,
road soda.
I usually take a nap in between.
Yeah.
Like I usually have to take a nap.
I used to think it was like hard not to keep drinking, just like, because I always thought I'd get like a headache if I stopped. But now I have no issues with it. I can just stop and start. I treat it very differently.
weird.
It's like I'm just having this beer. Just
Except
have a
you
beer.
had 4.
Let's analyze this.
I did have 4. And four turned out to be And it was only 2.
Actually, 4 was probably just right.
It felt fantastic. Yeah, I got in the car. I was like, hello, Yasir.
You're like, this
So
would be
good.
the most fun 2-hour ride with a stranger I've
What
ever
was
had.
what was the car?
Malibu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Was the guy skeptical at all the day before?
Yeah, I think so. Like he and I were intentionally, I was staying in touch with him. Like, so the next day I hit him up at night. It's like, everything still looks good. Here's my plan. So I was staying in touch.
That's the worst feeling is you're relying on someone that could ghost you.
Absolutely. And then at that point,
And he's
what do
relying
I
on a
do?
guy that could murder him,
Yeah.
Well,
the driver.
Brendan could be murdered too.
This cuts both
Murder
ways.
goes both ways. I mean,
Did you happen to see what an Uber may have cost you truly?
yeah. Did you even look that up?
No, but I think he's.
$180 special. What?
I think he said he looked it up and it was like 300 some. But I guess I didn't really. I didn't really look into it. No, I didn't want to know.
My dad would have done it for less.
I'm sure he would have. I felt bad. I would have felt bad ghosting the dude. Like
Yeah.
I'd set it up.
Yeah.
I'd already convinced him to do it. Then he was so excited. He broke his fast. Like it's Ramadan.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to be. He's not supposed to be eating from
Sun up to sundown.
sundown. And he was so excited when he picked me up. He was like, because I'm traveling a lot today, I can break my fast. He's like, if you're traveling, you don't have to fast. And I was like, I didn't have the heart to tell him, you're a fucking Uber driver. You're always traveling.
Oh, I'm traveling. I'm gonna have some premarital sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I can't get down with these diehard religious people. They're always finding loopholes. I'm like, is that what the big guy wants you to do? Find loopholes? Like your God is down with loopholes. Okay.
It's another area code.
He's got love. Yeah. It really, I think that's how he was looking at it. He's like, if he's just driving around in Atlanta,
Like
it doesn't
I think
count.
when that religion was formed, traveling didn't include driving 80 miles an hour in an air conditioned vehicle. It was like, oh, are you walking across land?
Yeah, you're walking
all
across
day?
the desert.
Yeah.
You should probably
You should
have
probably
water.
have some bread and some water. Not, are you taking another rich guy across the state lines? All right.
Oh God. So in one of my training,
Potato.
real quick, I had to take a training. I scheduled a training class for an hour and a half with this guy, and he's fasting during Ramadan, and I didn't know it. And I felt so bad because I'm sitting there with my Sprite, listening to him talk for an hour and a half straight, and he can't do a damn thing. And I'm like, we can reschedule this because you're in a dry. He's like,
No
"I can't."
way.
He's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Go. I was like, damn.
You got to remind him about your religion and all the perks, and sugar,
Yeah.
and water.
You should have told him, you walked across this room. That's travel. Help yourself.
Loophole, bitch.
Treat
Enjoy.
yourself.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an everything bagel.
As someone who doesn't eat lunch all the time, people really like freak out about it. I'm like, I'm fucking fine. I'm around people that eat all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you don't get away from it. Like, especially if you practice that religion, fasting is quite fucking normal. Like, they're like,
Absolutely.
we're around you idiots eating all the time anyway, especially if you're in America. Everybody's always eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the crazy is the kid, the NC State kid. He's because he said he carb loads at night and right in the morning, but he's fasting and he's playing games at a couple of them were at night, but I mean he's in the middle of
Yeah, you don't see him
D1.
taking loopholes.
No, he was traveling too.
My Uber driver, he was loopholing it on me.
Yeah.
Because I actually, that made me feel really good. He was talking about, I can't wait to break my fast tonight. You can go see my mom, my dad. I was like, this is my guy. Like he's
In my head, I'd be like, what else is he gonna break? Murder.
Yeah, exactly. Turns out murder's totally cool when you're traveling.
Yep.
Wait, did I say that out loud?
Yes, it is.
They'll never find me.
Yeah, Dave, you sound like you would be uncomfortable with this situation.
No,
I would
I'm-
100%.
I'm impressed that it happened, but yeah, I guess uncomfortable is a good way to put it.
Are you uncomfortable when you call an Uber?
No.
Because it's the same thing.
Well, yeah, but that they have tracking and they have your phone.
Yeah.
You're completely off
Yeah,
grid.
you did do it off the grid.
Oh, yeah. Certainly off the grid.
He's not filing taxes on that trip.
No.
Nor would they have known
so
where
the
the body
IRS
was.
can't help you out.
When you're dead and buried across state lines.
Yes, bring in the IRS. They'll crack the case.
If only this guy had paid taxes.
Oh, he's so hard to track because he's been fasting. He doesn't use his credit card for shit.
I've never been worried getting in a Lyft or an Uber, but it is freaking weird. But I
find the
guess
whole
getting
thing
in
weird.
taxis is weird too.
But it's a business. Like you got that feeling of protection from a corporation
Yeah.
with insurance.
And
Yeah.
corporations always have your best interest.
They
in
do.
mind.
I guess
do.
it's been a couple years ago. There was a rash of instances with Lyft and Uber, and the drivers getting beat up, or things like that. But it's kind of like you don't hear about
And
it
vice
much
versa.
anymore.
Well,
It
if you-
ain't
yeah, yeah.
always-
If you have bad experiences with a corporation, there are market forces that
Correct.
tend to correct and limit that.
Yeah.
But when you have a random serial killer who's also an Uber driver,
Yeah.
and you're booking them off the books, there's no market correction
No.
for when your body never reappears.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really impact Uber's score at all.
Exactly.
He's that motherfucker still
In
5
fact,
stars.
he might take your phone, hold it up to your dead face, and give
Yeah.
himself 5 stars.
That murder was excellent.
Yeah,
I
And
think
this
I will
corpse
tip.
would like to tip me well because we talked for 2 hours and I know this guy.
Absolutely.
no, Your Honor, I dropped him off, and he gave me 5 stars later.
How do you feel about teen Uber?
I don't like it at all. I can't imagine putting my kids in a vehicle and being like, see you later.
Well, isn't there in Chicago an Uber, like a soccer mom's Uber
Isn't
that's
that
done by
sponsored
firefighters?
Diddy?
Diddy
Plus,
lifts.
I don't think 12-year-olds should be driving. I mean, it's 16 for a reason.
I don't give a shit if I'm drunk and I need a ride home and I hit fucking Uber teen. Yeah. A 13-year-old shows up, game on. Drive me home, kid.
Better than me driving.
Plus, they're
Yeah.
playing Taylor Swift for Brendan, so
That's right.
Win-win.
Yes. I like a good Swifty ride home.
No, but there's a Uber, like a similar Uber that was started in Chicago, but it's all certified retired firemen. And that's what they do is they pick up the kids and do like the soccer mom in the afternoons.
Look, here's the deal, man.
But
Fuck all that. Certified retired police, fire, fucking Green Berets. You can't count on any of those assholes being legit. Like,
No.
I mean, I listen to enough true crime shit to know firemen kill people, police officers kill people. Like, they're bad people.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't.
There's
I don't
no
know, man.
job.
I'm not
There's no one
suggesting it. I'm
job
just saying that
that-
was a thing.
I know, and
Yeah.
I'm just saying, fuck that. With my kids, I ain't trusting just anybody. We watched a documentary on Netflix last night, and I let my kids watch it. They're to that age where I'm kind of like letting them watch a little bit. And it's a documentary called Long Shot. And it's 40 minutes. It's great. And it's in LA. It's about this guy who was framed for a murder. He was arrested for murder.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So, not to spoil it for you guys, because I highly recommend you go watch it, but the cops were going after this poor dude and had him dead to rights. The DA was just locking in on him. This guy's like, it wasn't me, I promise. Turns out, he was like, I went to a baseball game that night. I went and saw the Dodgers play.
Is this the Curb
Larry-
Your Enthusiasm
Yeah.
Larry
thing?
David.
Okay.
So, and it's like, this dude had to jump through 1 million hoops to prove that he didn't kill somebody.
Yeah.
And my oldest son was like, wait, what? Like, the cops lied during the interview? And I was like, yes, they can do that. And plus, they're not all good. Like,
Absolutely.
it's crazy.
When he said retired firefighters, I was starting to think about it. I've read that like firefighters are like the least monogamous in marriage
Yeah.
of like any, so already they fuck way too much. And now you're
Yeah.
sending now you're sending,
Hypersexualized.
and now you're
Yeah.
putting a teenage
Daughter.
kid in there. Like as soon as you said it, I was like, I don't know about these fucking firefighters.
Have you seen my calendar?
Yeah.
Would you like my one?
Exactly. I'll sign. I may.
Yeah.
Like fuck that. These dudes are shady. But I don't know about that Uber teen. Like I could see that it would be super helpful
You've been in an Uber with your kids.
from the time they were infants.
Yeah.
I crossed that bridge like days into it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't give a shit. Not days, but I mean, it was very early
Yeah.
in their life. I think I was like the first parent I knew. And they were like, hold on, you took your kid in an Uber? I was like, yeah, I was drunk. You think I'm a degenerate?
I'm parenting.
I'm being responsible.
Yeah, I'm parenting my ass off over here, man. Like, what do you? But they're all looking at me like I'm crazy. I've been drinking with this dude all day, and he drove his infant home.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the good guy. Why did everybody look over their shoulder?
Ghost.
Something rattled.
But
Things
everybody
make noise
just
here.
looked over
I
there.
did. Things make noise in here all the time.
Your door is banging.
You're banging.
Go open it.
Yeah, go over
bet
there and
you
see
won't.
what's behind that door, tough guy.
Your Uber's here.
Too comfortable.
You're a firefighter Uber.
Back to the topic at hand. The fact that Brennan's proven that Uber drivers don't always follow the corporate rules.
Yeah,
Is all the
exactly.
more reason why teen Uber might be a bad
Yeah,
idea.
but I think I can
it
say
makes me nervous.
more frequently than not, I've gotten in several Ubers, and the driver is always like, "Here's my card. Call me if you want. Call me direct. Text me, and I'll take you
Oh,
to and
I
from."
was about to
because
go down
they don't
the
have to
road.
file it. They don't use it, with the Uber. But that's how they start. They start with
I found a Facebook forum called Cash Rides, and it's all Uber and Lyft drivers in Atlanta
for cash.
who are doing cash rides, and like you hit them up there, and they open their phone number out there, and like it's like this is the underbelly of the Uber thing. I felt much better having a conversation with somebody than just going with the guy
Yeah.
who's got the Suburban that says 420 friendly. Call me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, like he was literally
With like some
advertising.
avatar that's not even a person. Like
Yeah.
it's just like you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
He's got a big smile. Looks
Yeah.
real cool.
Well, it's like anything that somebody sets a regulation, immediately somebody's trying to loophole it,
Bigger.
undercut it. Like
Ramadan.
Yes,
it only makes sense.
He
like
was traveling.
Uber, and there's been a ton of articles about these rideshare companies, and you can get into the who deserves what and what, but like they're getting a lot of the money that the drivers aren't, and it's like if I can skirt that every 5th ride or 10th ride or, get one of Brendan, one big fish every now and then for a couple $100 cash money. Like I understand that angle. Like I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, he
Well,
said
there was
he was going to make a lot more money with what.
Yeah.
There's a guy. This is '93 in South Padre, Texas, when you ordered a cab, but this guy was riding around in a Dodge Caravan, seats 8, and it just said $2 ride, and it was $2 per person wherever you went, going up and down and around. And I was like, that's brilliant. He's
Easy
making
money.
Yeah,
Easy money.
Making-
Until the government finds out, and then his ass is in jail.
Fuck yeah. Loopholes everywhere, dude.
they won't find him.
Loopholes everywhere.
So you would not put your
know.
kids in a teen Uber. What's their sales pitch? Like
Their whole
what
sales
are they
pitch is that-
guaranteeing?
Molestation free.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's part of it. No. So these
Now.
are like
New and improved.
Under new management.
99.9% molestation free.
apparently
Wait, what?
these are.
Well, statistically, we can't put 100. You guys, lawyers,
come on.
You never put 100. Never put 100. Yeah, apparently they're just like the best drivers, like the most highly rated drivers who have
Yeah.
the best safety record, who've passed all the stuff, and like they're the ones. But that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You could pass everything.
Even if your driver, like, just imagine you put your kid or kids in an Uber, the teen Uber with literally the greatest driver, and that great driver's following all the rules and regulations, and then they just get T-boned. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna feel like a total asshole for that. Like, the poor driver didn't do anything wrong, you didn't do anything wrong, but you're gonna be like, why did I do that? Like,
Oh, I'm suing Uber.
Well,
This is a
exactly.
great result.
Jeez Louise, my kid's in the hospital. Well, look at this.
This is the best.
you upgraded. I was thinking death.
No. No. Just I want severely injured. I don't want to kill my
okay.
kid. That's fucking rude.
Yeah, just a broken arm. We're good.
Yeah, you get that call, you're like, oh, we're gonna be so rich. This is gonna be good.
I'm on board.
Oh, we got the law dog over here.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
you look at it, and be like,
Fucking Joel
4
Bieber.
stars. Why is this guy only got 4 stars? All right, kid, jump in.
Well, I think not by her. My daughter's yet to take an Uber by herself. She's sophomore in college, but she's always like I know of like at least 3 times.
I freak out when my wife's in by herself. Like
Yeah.
if she's going from somewhere to
It's
come
it's the
home,
by
like,
yourself part. I think that's even. I mean, you get 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like if my daughter's got 2 or 3 friends and they're going to go get an Uber somewhere.
2 feels better. 3 feels even better than that. Like it's
Yeah.
exponential.
Yeah.
Like, but still, it's still just shady out there, man.
No, I would hate for my one daughter to get in there. I'd be
But the
freaked
other
out.
one you don't care about.
I would hate for. We're
splitting hairs.
Which one?
Hey, you didn't say which one.
Yeah, no, that would be rude. It'd be rude. They'll find this show. No, it would freak me out if either of them was alone.
Okay,
There we
got
go.
you.
I worded it wrong. If either of them was alone in an Uber, I would be freaked out.
Yeah.
I don't care how highly rated the person is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there is a lot of busy people in this world where I'm like, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
True.
Like, it's only a matter of time.
Well, and it's like, to Stu's point, it's like your teenage daughter, whether it be 16, college age, or to your point, Brendan, your wife, like, I don't feel safe no matter how old you are. Like,
no.
you're still 100 nothing pound women that can't fight. Like,
That's the thing.
That can be overtaken easily.
Yeah, my wife and my daughter aren't that different from like a physical ass kicking standpoint. And I'm not saying that because both of them are badasses.
No.
Here's a hypothetical. What do you think about preschool?
Preschool
They shouldn't
Uber?
drive either. How low are we going here?
But don't you think that there was an argument like, why would you drop your kid off with strangers to teach them things before school?
Or daycare.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
daycare.
Well,
It is weird.
I see your point, but they're not.
And they're not 100% molestation free.
But
No.
they're not. They're also not taking your kids somewhere. Like they're not getting in a vehicle and allegedly going from point A to point B. Because that Uber driver could say, "Yes, I will take you from point A to point B," and then just go in another direction.
Yes. That scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But I'm also lazy.
But
no,
you-
I mean, to Dave's point, you could like psych yourself out for anything, right? Like,
Right.
why would you leave your kid alone with anyone ever? You know, like,
Well,
It's a good question.
This just happened 2 weeks ago. It was the girls where they were home from college for spring break, and we weren't going to put them in. We were going to put them in an Uber, but then it was a little expensive. We really didn't want to do that, so we paid
A homeless
the
guy.
son. we paid Aaron's son $25 to go take him down and then go back and pick him up. The problem was he was taking him down at 10 p.m. and picking him up at 2 a.m. And I'm like, ooh, this is a 16-year-old, 17-year-old driving who's dead sober, but it's the idea like, okay, it's late at night. This is
Yeah.
the wrong time, but we don't want to put the girls in an Uber. And that was even more nerve-wracking, like, oh. But they worked out.
I don't think the statute of limitations has run on that one yet, Stuart.
It's always there.
it's yeah, it's definitely, yeah.
I mean, it's, they always said when you're growing up, don't get in a car with strangers, and then now we just monetized it.
Look,
Yeah.
the Scouts are still a thing.
True.
Catholicism's still a thing. Like,
True.
people are okay with leaving their children with quote unquote approved people all the time. I don't roll that way, but to Dave's point, I left them at a daycare for the first 5 years of their lives until they were school age, doing who knows what, I mean, there were cameras but there's some risk in all of life, I guess, is the point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and everybody has their own gauge of their own. Everybody has their own gauge of their personal risk and what that's at.
Yes.
Yours may be, I'm never putting them in an Uber. Somebody says, well, I'll do it when they're 18. And somebody says, well, I'm never, not going to
Well, I
do it
mean,
till
you
they-"
see the
It's like,
people passed out in their car from doing heroin with their kids in the back. I don't think they're
Yeah.
following the same set of rules
Right.
we are. Like,
No.
the risk reward here is
Yeah.
great.
And that's why I was saying that, Troy. It's like, is it just it's so new that it's scary? In 20 years, the next generation will be like,
that
this is
could be it
completely
too.
normal.
That could be it too.
Would
I
you
guess.
put your teens in a self-driving car going from point A to point B, no driver?
I don't know.
Oh man, I'm getting in that first before I let the kids in.
I'm just saying. There's
Not
was gonna say-
2024.
I want to make sure that thing goes where it's supposed to go.
I'm just saying there's no human element, quote unquote, involved in that transaction.
I don't know.
In
if
some
I-
respects, that's better. And
in
in other
some, it's worse.
For what we're talking
Yeah.
about is, yeah.
like I know that car is not going to turn around and go, "Hey, kid," you know?
Yeah,
See
but
my
some
calendar?
nerd can be like, "Who's in this car? Oh, I like that one.
Yeah,
Come to my
absolutely.
house." Like,
no, and that's the,
Hijack the
I will
car.
reroute this Tesla directly to my house.
That's what's going to happen.
Or its sensing
At
is
some
just
point.
off and they're not all the way back from the railroad track.
Troy, you got a preference between these two beers? Because I've got young Jimmy bought us.
Well, the American one is pretty badass, but I mean,
The other one's a Subaru
the other
Forester
one,
Gump.
Forester Gump. I mean,
Subaru?
Yeah,
the Subaru Forester. Forester.
Yeah.
And I mean, Forrest Gump is one of the greatest movies of all time.
I know.
What's
kinda
the,
wanna
I
do
can't see the
both.
other one. What's the other one?
Is that
Against
beer
the-
for
Against the group.
mentally challenged lesbians?
I think. Okay, we'll have the Forester
Yes.
Gump.
I think we answered that question.
Mentally challenged.
Are these both South Kakalaki beers, or what's the deal? Let me grab
Whoop.
it and read it.
What's it
here.
got going on?
This is the Forester Gump from Double Stamp Brewery.
Where's double stamp?
It's literally endorsed by Subaru. So, stout brew with chocolate, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, and chilies.
Oh, it's a
I can't
Mango
drink a whole
chilies.
stout.
7.2%.
whole stout.
You call yourself a mentally disabled lesbian.
You're a disgrace.
You are what you eat.
Do you
Bingo.
do you see the label? Do you see who's driving and riding passenger in this thing? Can you
is it-
see it?
It's all the Gumps.
It's three different Forrest Gumps. One is the running Forrest Gump with the long beard. One is the in the hospital bed eating ice cream, and one is sitting on the bench. This is glorious. This label's amazing.
Yes, that's so I. Stu, you also are not you do not want to try a whole one of these.
I can do
I mean,
it.
it's a 16-ounce beer, and it's
I'm
high
not worried about
octane,
that. What's
so
the octane?
7.2.
That's not that bad. As
Okay.
long as it wasn't like 11 or 13. Then I'd be like,
I like the sound of it. Like when
Yeah.
I read the ingredients.
Absolutely.
That's definitely in my wheelhouse.
So you do not want a whole one.
Like a 4-ounce, 5-ounce pour is good.
Okay, okay.
If it's tremendous, I want you to have extras.
Thank you, young Jimmy, for once again coming through.
The guy always comes through.
I don't care
Apparently
what
they-
Brendan says about you when the mics are off. I like you.
They're donating dollars to certain charities based on the.
And Dave, which charity would
Sales.
that be?
The Girl Scouts?
I don't know about that.
The Forester is such an awful car. Like
It really
it
is.
it is atrocious. Like whereas the Subaru has some cool to it, the Forester is just garbage.
It's actually like the official car of rich people in Aspen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like they want an 05 to 08, like a certain generation.
Oh, like an
that
older
they-
one?
Yeah, they don't make anymore because they're supposed to be bulletproof and great with their all-wheel drive, and they get very snobby, and the values are really high for 20-year-old, almost 20-year-old
For a
cars.
Forester.
For a Forester,
I
or,
thought
or what?
that-
It's a certain Subaru model. I don't know, and maybe it's the Outback. I don't know, but it's a very specific thing.
So what's funny is my daughter's been driving for what, 5 months now, and just the other day she's like, "Dad, there aren't any good drivers driving. All the bad drivers drive a Subaru."
No.
Yeah, she was like, they're always doing something wrong.
But she doesn't have a Subaru,
No,
and you had to replace her bumper how many times?
that was the deer's fault in a driveway.
If you've been driving 5 months, you can't talk about anyone's driving.
Yeah,
No. This is an interesting beer.
there's a lot going on though.
There's a fuck ton going on. I love the can, for starters. I think the can is gorgeous.
Beautiful can. Great name.
I love it.
Beer's got a ton of personality. You're going to love this beer.
I don't know why this isn't in the service waiting room when you're at the Subaru dealership. That makes your drive home a lot better.
Or
Not.
If you served me these in your waiting room at a Subaru dealership, I'd go buy a Lexus.
This we've had a beer with these ingredients before. I don't remember anything, so I don't remember which beer it was. But do you remember we had one of these?
Yeah, I think I still have some of that fugly sweater down there right
I
now.
don't think that's what it was. I remember liking the one we had.
What do you think about this one?
I remember liking the one we had.
Yeah, what do you think about this one?
I remember liking the one we had.
I do too.
Ancho chilies. Ugh.
Which is what actually sold me on this beer.
Yeah.
No joke.
That's in this chocolate, right?
Yeah, I like that stuff.
Yeah. I like spicy chocolate.
Me too. I have spicy
With
chocolate
vanilla?
here. This is all the stuff.
Yeah.
This has all the ingredients of a W.
Yes.
It's got not one Forrest Gump, not two Forrest Gumps, but three Forrest Gumps on there. It's got a Subaru Forester. It's got vanilla. It's got chocolate. It's got beer. It's got chilies. It's got cinnamon. This is the best beer in the world on paper.
This reminds me of like those Lakers teams and Yankees teams where they're like, this team is stacked. If it was 10 years ago, like on paper, this should be a home run.
Yeah.
Has young Jimmy had this?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
We both saw it. He loves a stout. He loves a stout. And he
Because
goes,
I don't want to.
no, he goes, I'm going to try. You know, he literally.
Did he
walked-
buy himself some?
No.
Did you leave him one?
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that to him. I like.
Yeah, but I'd like him to be able to drink this and let us know what.
I'll tell you what, I'll save one.
for the next time you see him.
It won't be hard.
Yeah.
it's barely used.
You'll put it in the locked glass case over there.
I was so pissed. Yeah, exactly right. I was so pissed when I saw Dave go, I don't need a whole one. I was like, fuck, if this sucks, I'm going to be sitting on now 2 of these.
Might have to pour 2 or 3 out for the homies.
This could be what kills those homies. Stu, you want to start because you have the tallest can.
So A for marketing and A for effort. But
There you go.
I'm not big on the nutmegs. Really, for me, it's overpowering. Like,
You can pick up on that.
yeah,
Everything's underwhelming to me.
All I taste is like,
Disappointment.
you know what I'd like to do with this? Pour it in a little tiny bowl, put some wasabi in it, and dip my sushi in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think this would be a dope ass soy sauce.
this is a brown
Looks
sauce
like
that goes
it.
on everything, right?
Yeah. Go ahead, Stu.
No, I mean it's not enjoyable. I can't imagine why you would want to buy this beer. Outside of the sheer curiosity based on the marketing of the can itself and everything else that's going on. So I'm going to give it a 2.
Oof. Young Jimmy's not happy about that.
I'll go next.
Okay.
Please.
And I keep sipping it to see if it'll change.
Yeah.
But
It's like when you open your fridge looking for something to eat on. And there's nothing in there. And 5 minutes later, you go, let me look again.
I think something moved.
Yeah.
So
I think my fridge produced something.
the first sip on this stout is chocolate, and you're like, okay, and then it completely disappears, and then you swallow, and there's a little bit of the heat on the back of your tongue, and that's it. Before you guys said anything, I was thinking like, this tastes like it's watered down, like it doesn't have the mouthfeel that every stout that I've ever had, which I'm not even that huge a fan of a thick beer like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess if you'd been given a heads up, like this is a refreshing stout,
Yeah.
it could possibly score higher. But that being said, I'm not a huge stout fan, and I've had a lot of really good stouts that people say you have to try this, and this isn't one of them. So I'm in a 2 with Stu.
Do you think it would have been better if this would have been made, to his point, with being a little bit thicker and less carbonation, where you get almost like a syrup?
Put it on nitro.
Maybe.
Might clean it up.
Yeah, maybe.
The nitro would definitely make the mouth feel better, but this beer is definitely like someone came up with the name and the idea before they came up with the beer.
Subaru.
All of all of these flavors listed are powerful flavors. And today's point, that none of them hit you in the mouth. And it's even a 7.2, which is boozy, and that doesn't hit you in the mouth. This literally, it's not bad, but it is so underwhelming across the board. But I can't give it a low score because it's not offensive. I don't dislike any of the flavors in it, but there are no flavors in it. So it's a 2. I'm with you guys. Like, I just can't, I want to get behind it, but it's just an underwhelming, lackadaisical beer.
I like the chilies. I can taste the chilies as I'm really going through it and drinking more.
I can kind
more
of taste it, but it wasn't hot. I don't have any heat on my mouth.
I'm starting to develop it strangely in my
In the
throat.
back. In the back.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe I need to drink a whole one.
Yeah, it's like now that I've gotten through most of it, it's
Yeah,
there.
I just keep getting nothing but cinnamon and nutmeg.
It's just a little off. Everything's just a little off. I'm not super psyched about it, but I love the chilies. It doesn't offend me.
No, it's not a bad beer.
It's got a little of that soy sauce angle, which kind of bums me out when a stout goes that way. When they start doing it with like the cinnamon and all that. Sometimes you get that in like Christmas stouts.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, that's not right. That ginger kind of, which this doesn't even say it as ginger. But I don't
Yeah,
hate
but
this
cinnamon
beer.
and nutmeg are winter ginger, are winter stout like flavors.
Yeah, this reminds me of definitely a winter beer.
That's been cut. Like,
Yeah.
It's just very blasé.
I like the chilies. For the chilies alone, for the novelty of the chilies, I'm willing to take it all the way up to a 2.5.
Okay.
Ooh.
So do you think
213.
because they
So what notes did you pick up on? And I'm assuming that they were fleeting.
2.12.
It's the chocolate that I like. It's
2.125.
the chili pepper at the very end that I like. What I don't like, actually, if I breathe in, there's like a coffee vibe that's there that I'm not, that I wouldn't, but I didn't pick up on the nutmeg or the cinnamon
Yeah, same.
that Stu was talking about. So I was like, huh.
Yeah, it seemed like the first couple of sips, it was very, with the carbonation, it was very powerful for me. Like, I just, oh, that's a lot. But do you think it's because they came up with a great idea, marketing and everything? They say, oh, we're going to donate portions of the sales to this charity, but let's just put it on the worst beer possible. That way we don't have to give that much money.
HBCUs.
Brilliant.
That's what I'm
That's
thinking.
brilliant. If you put it on a non-selling beer, you don't have to donate much at all.
But we're doing
Yeah.
the right thing. We're donating to a charity.
And everyone at this brewery drives a diesel-powered Ford. No, fuck Subaru.
Yeah.
You know what this needs is lactose. If you
Yeah.
made this a milk
would-
stout,
yeah.
clean it up.
Smooth it out.
And then you would give it that little bit of thickness you're looking for. Mm-hmm. That's it. Well, you failed me, brewing company. What's the name of this brewery again?
You said,
Double Stamp.
yep.
Double Stamp Brewery out of Greenville, South Carolina with the Forrester Gump. Definitely one of the best looking logos.
Oh, that's because there was a couple scenes they filmed in Greenville.
Really?
Yeah, they're like I just have like there's scenes in Carolina, South Carolina.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Maybe the bench scene was in there.
no. The bench scene was in Savannah.
Obviously, Troy. Don't fuck that up. Come on, dude. That's ridiculous. You didn't know that. I'm embarrassed now.
But yeah,
So this would go well with a Macallan 18.
Yeah.
I'll give you your
Yes,
give me your best and your worst.
it absolutely would. Dude, Stu, so you were digging on this hat. I'm glad you like the hat. This
Yeah, I was
is,
gonna say I saw a similar natural light hat at that. Was it Buckle?
Pride
the store,
Fest.
the store in
Oh
Short
yeah,
Pump.
Buckle's actually a nice.
Yeah, I was picking up some jeans and I was like, they had a natural light hat that had bigger print, but it was like kind of the similar color scheme. I was like,
I got this one at a local hat shop down in Anderson, South Carolina.
nice.
It's very nice. It's called 7-Eleven. And they have hats. They have hats that range from size 7 all the way to an 11.
Nice.
That's what they're known for there. And they also have Slurpees, which I thought was an odd to have Slurpees in a hat store.
Yeah.
They're
But they
open
had
24
them?
hours,
What
just
about hot
not.
dogs?
They did. I thought that was odd. Again, it's a hat store. Why would you have these things?
So I'm gonna guess you were in a really long line, and your ADHD started looking around the store, and then you're like, "I'm gonna buy that hat."
I went to the. I own 2 Vortex Burger hats, the exact same hat. One that's
Because you
like,
lost one.
well, one got
Grimy. You cut grass
super
or something
grimy.
in it.
Yeah, and it just got fucked out. In fact, last year, I went to grab my shitty Vortex Burger hat, slapped it on, mowed the lawn,
But it was
only to
your
find
one.
out I wore the brand new one.
No.
And now it's got the sweat stain. So I was like, you know what? I'm not bringing a hat to spring break because I know I'm going Vortex Burger. So I just popped in Vortex Burger.
You buy a third one?
And I said, I see you have the hat that I already have, and you have a new hat. I was like, I would like one of each. Only to find out,
I thought I had a hot hat problem.
only to find out that they were all sold out. He says every week we buy all these hats, and he's like, and every week we sell out. It's like it's just a constant rotation. He's
Well,
like,
then you might want to adjust your ordering there,
You know,
smart guy.
Yeah, supply and demand.
10 years we've been flux summoned.
yeah, I was like, what the? If this is very simple math, more. But so unfortunately, I didn't have a hat, and I'm going boating and I'm hanging out. So I was like, I need a hat, and I kept looking everywhere we went that was cool, like every cool spot.
Yeah.
I'd be like, look at the hats, and the hats would suck. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is the worst. 7-Eleven though, after drinking all day on a boat, when you go walking in there and you see the hat rack and you spin it. And then that natural light hat with the trucker with the puffy foam on the front. I was like, this is perfect.
Honestly, it doesn't look like a cheap hat.
No, it blows my mind. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This place
Let me see that hat.
had every style of American flag and everything you could want in there. And then
Troy's like, this feels like a $500 hat.
Yeah.
H3 headwear. That's a nice hat. Like that's a decent.
I was blown away when I saw it. And it was like $12. I was like,
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a deal.
That's what I'm talking about. A $12 trucker cap.
Natural light.
That's what they should cost.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you should be spending around $10 on a shitty hat.
So, I mean, Dave, you guys can probably speak to this too. Everybody can speak to this, but for North Carolina
Thank
and
you,
South
sir.
Carolina, if you know, natural light is like more of a thing in those states than they are in like I've gone into so many bars down there, and it's like, oh, we got it on tap, and you don't see natural light like that. But every time I'm in Carolina, it's like it's the beer people want to drink. That's my opinion.
I
it's just like my opinion, man.
I take your
Just
word
saying.
for it.
I mean, the hotel I stay at in downtown Charlotte, $3 natural light on tap.
No, I
And
think
half the
that
bars
is
are
it.
like- half the
and
bars are like
especially
that.
now that Bud Light went all woke on them, what are they going to do? They don't want to leave, so they have to go to natural light.
Same company.
I understand how stupid it is. Don't you start lumping me in with this. It's fucking hilarious how they do that. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're not drinking Bud Light. I'm gonna drink Budweiser.
That still
because
has
that's
to-
still straight.
That still has to hurt them, right?
Oh, it hurt them.
Like that's still like even though it all goes back to the same.
No, actually,
Company.
it didn't, because I read an article on this. All these rednecks started buying Modelo,
Yeah,
Yeah,
guess who
which
owns
is-
Modelo?
owned by Ambev.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, but it still hurts the brand. Like it's not a good thing.
Yeah, but now they've got what's his name, Shane Gillis.
Yeah, he's
hawking
in.
for him. Everyone.
Shane
has a,
Gillis is hawking Bud Light.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone has a short memory, short attention span.
All right, you
And he's
found,
like
know
the
that.
hottest
Yeah, they'll be back
comedian
on top.
right now.
but he's the worst.
I mean,
as
Kid,
far as
Kid
like,
Rock has already given up and is drinking
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Bud
he-
Light.
yeah,
Seriously.
I saw a
No,
thing.
He was
no
on Joe
exaggeration.
Rogan talking about like I was just having fun, being goofy, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Manufactured
Rock.
outrage is a huge thing. In
Kid
America.
Rock's known closet dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's always been in the closet. Everybody knows.
The Bud Light closet.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Okay.
That's Kid Rock. Like that's his whole shit.
If you say so, you're the go-to guy here.
I'm just trying to get some heat.
You gotta to Dave's point. You gotta manufacture the outrage.
That's right. That's right. We just start spreading rumors from here that Kid Rock is gay.
No, you gotta be mad. It's got to be the anger.
Okay, I'm mad that
Okay.
he's gay.
I don't know.
How'd I do?
I heard Puff Daddy diddles people.
Oh, no.
Actually, we talked about P. Diddy last week. And it was like literally at the genesis of like he's getting raided, and like I've now looked into it a little more. Holy shit!
All the signs were there.
Like this guy is a huge piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about it, and you guys seem to know more. So I was just kind of sitting back in the cut. Everything I read offends me more. This
Well, so's
dude-
that other dude from Head of the Class that they made
What?
the documentary about that was running all those Nickelodeon shows back.
Oh,
in
yeah. The director.
90s.
I haven't seen
2000.
anything about this, so I don't
Remember
know.
the fat guy from Head of the Class? So he created all these shows that were
Okay.
popular that like your kids and my kids watch, like Victorious, iCarly, all this stuff. He created all these shows.
Okay.
And they put a documentary out. I don't have Max, but I forget what it's called. What's it called?
I can't remember, but like they're
Quiet on
talking
the
about the
Set.
girl.
Quiet on the Set.
Yeah.
And like all these kid stars are now adults, and they're like, this dude was doing some crazy, inappropriate shit.
Yeah.
But like, should I just assume like the worst?
I haven't seen it.
I saw it. They don't accuse him outright, but his staff had some now convicted pedophiles on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or at the time, they were like pedophiles. Like they didn't do background checks and shit, I think I heard.
on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
This is probably the first.
And
place.
this guy, they did say like this guy was known for like putting inappropriate jokes.
Totally. He had
in
a
the
he had a
kid
foot
show.
fetish
Yeah,
that
had,
was really
Okay,
inappropriate.
that's not weird.
but it is for 12-year-old programming.
Yeah.
and he was known to like
That would be-
give back massages and shit to these kids. Like, it sounds weird.
The whole thing's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. But this does not sound as sinister as Puff Daddy.
Oh, it's not.
No.
I honestly have done no research on Puff Daddy. I know he got raided. I know he's being charged with all sorts of molestation and
Well, you heard
rape
that,
and
you heard that Cat Williams thing on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp.
didn't he call him out?
Yeah, he basically was like, I got offered $50 million and I had to tell Diddy no because I wanted to protect my virginity back there. and then 2 months later, they raid his house.
Hold on. So
Damn.
Cat Williams
Damn.
said that Puff Daddy offered him $50 million to bang him.
Yes.
There is zero chance Puff Daddy's not banging me for $50 million. Like if
true.
he's like, I will offer you $50 million, I'll be like, yeah,
For the
obviously.
best scotch and the worst
Here's
beer.
my routing number.
Yeah. like dial that shit in.
Yeah.
Because I'm going on spring break tomorrow.
This is how we roll.
$50 million?
That's what he said. And then there are clips from...
That's how you know Cat Williams already has $50 million.
right.
Yeah.
Because if I had $50 million and Puffy tried to bang me, I'd be like, disgusting, Puffy.
Get out of
disgusting.
here. You've offended me.
You are a horrible person.
Smack him with a white glove.
So we know Brendan won't do it for free. We know he will for $50 million.
Yeah.
So what's the number between those?
7.
Law of averages.
$7.
No, a little more than 5, not quite 10.
Hey, Brendan, can you bring a 20?
Nope.
Nope. Round up.
But I got changed for a 7. Yeah, no, that's a oof.
That's not good.
Cat Williams has some serious money.
That just shows you like how weird people are. Like, I just can't imagine like being rich and famous, thinking you're going to get away with this stuff, and then not being happy with the amount of people, whether it be women, men, whatever, that are 18 and older. You almost have your pick of the litter, and that's not good enough for you.
Well,
like,
there's a select few. Like you think about Michael Jackson, Elvis, Diddy, that have so much money.
Don't ever put Michael Jackson, Elvis, and then Diddy. Diddy wasn't even the best person in Mace's band.
But they get
Michael Jackson, Elvis, Diddy.
they get so much money. They're surrounded by people who cannot.
all power.
They can't tell
It's gotta
them
be power,
no
yeah.
because if they tell them no, they get ostracized.
Yeah.
And that has to warp you in
Oh,
really
yeah.
bad ways over 5 or 10 or however many years or days or whatever.
It sounds like he was doing this shit from jump.
Yeah.
Like some of these stories are mad old.
So, like 20 years from now, we're going to get this like
He
Same
made
documentary
Thriller,
on
man. He made Thriller.
20 years we did the same documentary on Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift isn't diddling anybody.
Yeah, she's female. She's rational.
You know what is weird though? I did see another thing about the teacher sleeping with the student. Why are they always super attractive, like above average attractive?
Because
they're
when a
young
fucking
kids.
gross teacher comes onto a kid, the kid goes, "Beat it, Martha."
You think that's it? Mm-hmm. Obviously, the attraction plays into it,
Yeah.
but like, do you think more? So, do you think then more teachers want to sleep with children? Like, is that a
Well-
thing?
I think there's more 18-year-old boys out there who aren't saying that they were sleeping with their teacher.
Well, there's 14. I mean, these are getting convicted like 14, 13, really young. I'm not
that's-
talking the 18-year-old who failed a grade and is a senior. I'm talking about like,
I think when you're 13 or 14, you know what hot is. And you know that it's wrong and you know that it's kind of fucked up. But a hot woman, you'll do anything for a hot woman.
He's
I
not
know.
talking about the student.
yes.
Yeah, the student is saying no to the gross
No, because
teacher that tries to bang
14-year-old
them.
boys, they don't, hot isn't, it's the opportunity to sleep with someone.
That's not true.
I don't believe that.
I do believe that.
I think everything in this generation has come down. Like you and I at 14 thinking about, like, there's so much more information these kids are exposed to and they come off and they understand so much more. Now, granted, they're still 14, but their exposure level is way
Look,
through the roof. As
we
opposed
all
to
know
when
that attractiveness is in the eye of the beholder, right? So, like, if it was just because they're hot, then that means unattractive people would never ever get laid or have sex. But that's not the case.
Thank God.
It's just weird that it's always
I guess I see what
like
you're saying.
above average women.
No. Now I'm following you. So because gross people sleep with each other. So these predator gross teachers need to find the fucking ugly kid,
Yes.
and then
But
they
you
can
never
start
hear about
banging.
that.
You know, you should the kid who's just
But what-
snot. He's like Pigpen.
So
He's
let's
a
say
shit
there's
coat, he's
gross
reeked.
teachers out there that want to sleep with young underage kids.
Okay, this is a weird topic you're on, but yes, continue.
Couldn't they single out the weird, unattractive kid in the class and be like, "Hey, you're not attractive. I'm not attractive. Let's
Well,
have
to your
not
point,
You're
attractive
underage.
sex."
I'm old.
it's probably out there, but it doesn't look great on television.
Maybe they're high five. Yeah, well,
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe they
Yeah.
just don't. They,
They
just
don't
go.
report on
Hey,
it.
did you hear about this? And be like, ugh, she's a
Yeah.
troll. And then
Yeah.
they just the news just doesn't report
There's
it.
someone out there for everyone.
it is pretty.
Right, but-
That's a great angle.
dude. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
Like when you see the 10, you're like, "What?" Well, first off,
dude, I click on every one of those articles because I'm looking for the
when we
OnlyFans
were
picture.
kids,
or
how many
something.
10s were even teaching? Like, I remember the attractive teacher from my like middle school, elementary school days. Looking back, she was a 5, but like she was the attractive.
Yeah, but she
teacher.
had boobs. They were probably like nice.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Her body was probably good. Like she was everything.
Yeah.
I had one teacher. I had a home ec teacher that I think I could have banged. We told this story a long
Yeah.
time ago. I know this, but
But see, like I was a sophomore in high
But
school.
he was a
and
gentleman.
the one chick was
oh,
the
he had, but you would say that, but his hands were so like
velvety.
callousy. No, they were callousy, like leather,
Yeah.
leather
Too
gloves.
many burns.
Too many
Yeah,
burns.
I was really
but like,
not as attracted to him as you would think.
I look back and I was like, "There's my algebra teacher, my sophomore year in high school. She was 26."
Oh yeah,
So I'm like, thinking that they're older.
Oh, dude, we had
but I was like,
we had teachers
that's right, they weren't that
assistants
much
that were
older.
like 21, 22, 23. Like,
yeah. There were some gorgeous teachers, but my home ec teacher, I remember her. She bent over to pick something up, and I was like walking by, and she bent over, and then I was right there, and she just pushed her butt back into my crotch.
and then Brendan had to sit down.
No, and she literally said, "I've been waiting for you to get me in this position for a long time," and I was like, "Whoa,
Did she
Wow.
need help with her walker?
dude!" No, she was hot. Like she was hot, and she lived in the neighborhood. So like, I had always kind of like seen her around.
yeah.
How old were you?
I was in high school as a sophomore.
Oh, okay.
So young, so not of age.
15, 16.
Dude, if that would have happened, I would not have. I knew enough to know what I was doing at that stage. Like, I don't feel like I had been.
I can't believe you said no.
Well, I didn't think I was close enough to getting it.
Yeah.
she let it be known, like, hey, if you want to put a little effort in. But I knew her husband. Like, it was weird. Like, they were in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have been in the house with both of them in the basement.
Yeah, now that you say that, that could have gotten weird real fast. That would have sucked.
We haven't seen Brennan in days.
Yeah. By the end of it now, I'm somehow getting cuckolded. I got to watch them fuck. I'm like, I don't know. This doesn't even bother me.
This isn't what I signed up for.
This is weird.
I have a weird boner right now.
That's the kind of shit that ruins you forever. That's how you
Yeah.
become a cuck. You get in a situation like that.
Can you write me a permission slip for being out? Been gone for a few days.
Brutal.
I'm thinking.
Awesome.
I'm actually thinking Stu had a great point. If I can say that out loud into a microphone, like I bet there are more, and you just don't hear about it because it wouldn't get the clicks.
No, an attractive lady.
If
period.
you're like Martha,
Boom.
68 years old,
And think about this, because here's what happens, right? The local paper goes, one of our teachers did it, and then it hits.
yeah,
And if she's a 2 or a 3, it just stays local. Mm-hmm. Becomes like a thing. But as soon as it's an 8 or above,
and they have that picture.
we go, what? And then people start sharing it, and then they start putting it out there,
Yeah.
and then it crosses
Yep.
the country. That
actually
Stu's
makes-
probably right.
That makes sense too, considering the numbers, right? There's like one of those that's newsworthy a year or every 2 years. There's probably thousands locally, but
Yeah.
only these two made the cut for
Yeah.
tonight's
That's right.
broadcast.
And
That's right.
and the story always is, oh, well, we really liked each other, and now we're, it was mutual, and you never see it the other way around because it immediately turns into, oh, the male teacher just was raping this girl.
Oh, no, fuck a male. Hey, that's disgusting, Stu. I can't believe you even brought it up. Disgusting.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that
offensive.
funny, though? How that, like,
Well, that's not even newsworthy because it's way too common.
Yeah,
But that gets reported all the time.
but
Because
I feel
it
like
is-
the female teachers. It used to be one a year. Now I feel like it's one a month. Like I feel like it's pretty.
there was one down in Florida like last month that was just ridiculously gorgeous. And even knowing the baggage.
And it's crazy because they're almost always married. They're like she's been married for 4 years. It's
Well,
like,
you know who's not going to talk? A 13-year-old boy.
yeah, right.
They'll keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
Not like these old men with something to lose who
Yeah.
also have wives.
Yeah,
Ew, they'll just run their mouth. I'll get a 13-year-old boy. That motherfucker be on fucking
yeah.
on Call of Duty later that night. Dog, guys, you'll never believe
Yeah.
this.
Are you guys as tired from having sex with your teacher as I am?
It's really exhausting.
Yeah.
I can barely muster the strength to jerk off.
I don't have to do any homework in my social studies class.
So it turns out, guys, the female orgasm's not a myth.
You just have to do it the 4th time.
Yeah.
Oh, this has gotten off the rails.
Yeah, that wasn't written down.
No, the female orgasm.
When you release this, there's going to be like FBI satellites linking up, and
Oh well, good.
where are
While
these
they're-
guys
while they're
recording from?
Paying attention, then the Chinese are absolutely destroying the Uyghurs and they're committing genocide over there. And I think that
It's a shame.
absolutely step in and do something about this. Chinese government is fucked up,
Pretty sure
They
Diddy's
make-
Chinese.
dude. The Chinese are worse than Diddy.
That's a hot take.
Diddy's the worst. I'm just saying they're committing genocide against the Uyghurs.
Not cool.
I
We're
love
anti that, right?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
our stance.
I just love when the transcript comes up in China. Talk about Uyghurs.
They included Diddy in the same sentence.
These motherfuckers. It's a bridge too far. We're going after them. They said we're worse than Diddy. They said we were Diddy and Cosby combined.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what's funny is earlier you had brought up Michael Jackson, Elvis, and Diddy, and I was like, don't put them in the same sentence. The more I've been thinking about it, Elvis groomed Priscilla
At
when-
14.
from 14
Yeah.
on. Michael
Again, like,
never
he
had any.
He had to
allegations.
pick. He could have had any woman.
Michael had Webster and Macaulay Culkin in different decades.
Yeah, clearly, Macaulay Culkin's hotter than Webster.
I don't know. Not now.
True. True.
And Webster might be dead.
I think he.
Actually, it would be now.
Yeah.
Because
he might be right.
That's a real attack on poor Macaulay.
Macaulay's doing fine for himself. He looks a lot better these
Yeah,
days.
he does. He cleaned his act up.
He pulled it together,
Good for him.
which, he had such a tough time. He didn't have anything going for him.
Well, his parents kept forgetting him.
I hate when that happens.
That's got to weigh on your psyche.
I mean,
You're like, are you fucking
That's
serious?
traumatic. Like-
you would think after the first time you'd be like
Yeah.
laser focused.
yeah.
The third time,
this
done.
this is just getting fucked up.
Child Protective Services are not doing very well.
That is the funny part of that movie. He's just like, yeah, my family forgot me. I'm just going to bebop around this house for a few weeks, or a few days, whatever it was.
That's
like,
it.
Any 8-year-old would be freaking the fuck out. Like,
I think I just saw
Yeah.
they're going to make another Goonies
they are.
in 2 years, like
saw
2026 or something is coming out. The Legacy or something of the pirate. What was the name of the pirate?
One-Eye Willie.
One-Eyed Willie.
One-Eyed
Yeah.
How
Willie.
dare you?
I couldn't remember.
It is
The
fucked
pirate.
up. The pirate.
The pirate. One-Eyed
Did we
Willie.
talk about the new Roadhouse? Anybody see that yet?
I've watched it.
I watched it.
I haven't
watched
seen it
it?
yet,
Has
but I've
anyone
seen
else in here
peop-
watched it?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard people say different things. Some people are like it was surprisingly good.
I've only
Other people
seen
are like,
2 reviews.
There's only one direction the new Roadhouse goes. Have you seen it yet, Dave?
I have not, but don't worry about spoiling it.
No, don't worry. There's nothing to spoil.
It's the same.
That movie's a ton of
Theme.
fun to watch.
Ton of fun.
Ton of fun to watch.
Such a great movie.
It's-
Like, I can't get behind it enough.
It's-
Like,
Why do I feel like we're being tricked?
Dude, if you're okay with just like blatant violence and bullshit and just a throwaway movie, it's great.
let me spoil the movie for you. It's called Roadhouse. So you think it's Roadhouse. It is nothing like the movie Roadhouse other than the guy's name is Dalton and the bar is called Roadhouse, which, as we all know, that was not the name of the bar in the first one.
No.
Yeah.
So really, it shares one thing. His name's Dalton.
Dude,
And he's a cooler.
Conor
is there-
McGregor is such an angry little
Oh,
man.
God. He is
I love him.
juiced up to
He's
the max.
so juiced up. He's way bigger than Conor McGregor.
Remember
has
prime
ever
Conor
been.
McGregor?
Right.
Like his attitude, like getting hyping his fights up. 1/10 of what he is in this movie. Like,
And Conor McGregor he's perfect in the acting universe because like he's good enough to do it.
I did see where there was an article about that they wanted the Marvel universe wanted Connor to take over some character because they thought his role in Roadhouse would fit this Marvel
Oh, he's
just right for. I can't remember the name of the
I saw him
Marvel
get
guy.
blasted for his acting. I was like, he crushed that role.
he
I mean, it
crushed it.
So
It's
you
fu-
you liked it, and if it had a different name than Roadhouse, you'd be like, "It's a good movie."
Yeah.
I never saw it through that light, but yeah, like it was a great.
It was
throwaway
shot.
movie.
It had some really cool. The fight sequences they shot in weird POVs that were like really cool and new, and you're like, oh, I've never seen that before. That's really cool.
I genuinely thought I was
I've
gonna.
seen all the POVs.
I figured I was gonna hate it because I was like, this is gonna be stupid. And when it was done, like I turned to my wife, I was like, that was a ton of fun. Like it's a throwaway. I'm not saying this is. It should not be.
It's popcorn fun. Like,
yeah, it should not get nominated for literally anything.
but in reality, Roadhouse was a fucking cheesy B flick anyway.
Right.
it was a
like,
shit movie.
yeah, it really was.
It,
Like,
seems, it seems like the people that were the most angry were the ones who were basically looking for a
Exactly.
complete reboot.
yeah.
It was anything but Conor McGregor.
But they were looking for that reboot, knowing that if it was a shot for shot remake, they would have trashed that.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like those were the people that were going to be like, it's not. You that was a perfect movie. Why would you ever touch it? When like
Right.
looking back, he's doing Tai Chi and like corny as shit in a lot of ways. I thought the new Roadhouse they could have stolen more. Oh, there was another. Here's another thing that was the same: chicken wire in front of the band. But other than that, like he didn't have The Sam Elliott character wasn't there.
Dude, how did that place get a new band every night?
Yeah.
And the band is dope as
Dope,
shit.
yeah.
Every night. Every time you walk into this bar, they've got a different band back there, and they are better than the last band. And I'm like, how's this
The
possible?
bar was just the setting of the whole movie was beautiful.
Yeah, it's down in the Keys.
It actually
Very cool.
that's where they say it is. It was filmed elsewhere, but it's beautiful.
The movie is ham-handed from right at the beginning. Like, you meet this character and go, oh, okay, I know how this is going to go. Next character, boom, I know how this is going to go. They start feeding you little, like, clues about stuff. It takes zero intelligence to piece it all together. I'm like, this is fun.
Yeah.
Is there the blonde love interest?
Nope.
No, mix that up.
Yeah.
Mix that up. Definitely a love interest.
Yeah.
But mix
She
it up.
was actually surprisingly. The blonde in Roadhouse was a 10,
Okay.
right? We all agree. I mean,
Sure.
this girl was significantly lower than that.
Like a high school teacher 10.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is underrated as an actor anyway.
Well, he wasn't exactly pulling out all the acting chops here. He was just kicking ass.
Yes.
There's a lot of ass kicking going on.
Yeah.
Some scenes that actually made my wife go, oh,
He was funny
which is
too.
great. Because she never cringes at action movies. She loves that. It's pretty good.
I say watch it.
Yeah, I would too. Absolutely.
Perfect.
I found myself, I rewatched, what was it? The part 1 of Dune again, so I could go see the second Dune.
Why is everybody all hyped up on Dune?
My
1?
kids
I
were
watched
watching
it.
that today, and I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I know nothing about Doom, but I was like, this looks awful. Just
I
garbage.
just remember watching it when I was younger and it's like,
I was yawning. That's good. Literally yawning. He takes a picture.
I had to send it to my daughter because she's like, why won't you answer your phone?
because I'm in an Uber.
Yeah, in the trunk of an Uber with a school teacher. I don't know what's going on.
and not a hot one.
So I'll never tell anyone.
Diddy's
Maybe that's the
driving.
other side too. You
Yeah.
never tell anyone.
And
That's right.
I banged that.
Diddy's driving.
Yeah, the whole problem.
The rumor is you slept with Martha.
Absolutely not.
But there's no way.
No.
There's no way.
No.
Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah.
Heard you slept with Candy. Fuck yeah. 100%.
My hands sore from all the high-fiving.
Little Timmy, your hand is so red. What happened? Oh, I don't want to tell you. You high-five me. It hurts so bad. Everyone I tell high-fives me, and I'm just in pain.
Yeah.
Has anybody noticed Timmy's got a different strut down the hallways these days?
Yeah, that's what the kid needs therapy for. All the high fives, man. I can't even sleep. There's images of hands coming at me.
Got rotator cuff injuries.
I'm 13, man. I'm too young for this shit.
My little league career's over.
Too young to have rotator cuff
I
surgery.
can't raise my arm above my head.
No, you're too young to be banging. No, I'm fine. At my age is fine for that. It's the high fives. Oh, that's
Traumatic high fives.
tough. Yeah, you got traumatic high fives.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's a good.
Dramatic high fives.
I'm gonna work through both of those names. Because I have a hard time with this other name. Michael Jackson, Elvis, and Diddy. It sounds like a bad joke. Michael Jackson, Elvis, and P. Diddy walk into a bar.
Into a daycare.
into it.
Into an Uber.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they get into an Uber.
Which one would you rather have driving your daughter in Uber Teen?
Definitely Michael Jackson.
Yeah. That's an
Your
easy
daughter.
one. Your daughter. Safe and sound.
100%. Why'd you even think about that?
Bruce, get out of here.
That's horrible.
She's got like one of those weird names that could be like.
And if
like,
it's my son, the answer is Elvis.
Right.
oh, you're Aaron with an E. Gross, get out of here. I thought you were Aaron.
Oh my God.
Michael's like, Bubbles, take the wheel. I'm getting in the
Oh, Lord.
Oh my fuck, Stu. Stu's getting us in trouble.
Classics too.
I can't believe spring break's almost over. I'm
Yep.
dying here.
I haven't even noticed it,
Are you off all week?
except for there's no traffic.
I had off all week, like, because I thought we were going all
Yeah.
week. And then my wife pulled this audible, and she was like, no, I have to work Thursday and Friday because I can't take so many days with all the stuff going on. So I pulled
She's
back.
so important at work.
I pulled back 2 days.
So you're going to work?
So I'm working.
Yeah.
In 2 days, but like that's the worst. Like I had the
That's
whole
the
week off.
best. You have a 2-day work week,
Yeah.
It seems like a bridge too far.
and instead of having everything piled up on you on Monday, you got it all worked out.
I hope this works out. I'm just nervous. Like I gotta go. I haven't looked at my email though because I'm still on spring break. Doing my spring break thing. So I have not looked at my email since Friday at 5.
It's probably about to crash.
I'm off for 2 days, so I set my email away, up, but not my phone because no one's going to care. I'm still going to catch calls.
Oh, I had my phone with me. I'm aware of like really important things,
Yeah.
but I'm unaware of everybody's trivial bullshit.
Yeah.
But what I do know is there must have been a lot of it because I saw the number of emails today. And boy, am I excited to get into the office tomorrow morning and start diving through thousands of chains. Trying to figure out what's been completed, what hasn't, what's a problem, what isn't.
Always trying to get that number to 0, and I just can't get there.
It's in that I got it to 0 on Friday,
Nice.
which was amazing. It was like just weight off my shoulders. I put it down. I was like, hell yeah. And I remember checking that night. I was people were working.
Yeah.
I was far from 0, but getting to 0 that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
I'll get there tomorrow sometime around 4:00. It's about how long I think it'll take.
That's what I like about this new gig is literally nobody does anything until 8 a.m. and nobody does anything after 5 p.m. You can set your watch by the clock just stops and
Maybe
and
they
then
just
pick
turn.
back
Maybe
up.
they just turn off the email server at 5:00.
I don't know. Phone doesn't go off. It's
One
it's
IT
kinda
guy
nice.
that's a genius. Boom. And everybody enjoy your night. And then at 8 a.m. be like, boom. That would be cool.
Yeah.
If your company made it so you couldn't work, you could still text or call, but like emails ain't going through. That'd be nice.
It's hard in today's workforce, like with the whole smartphones and stuff and being available all the time. Like, if you want to be successful, you basically have to make yourself available 24/7.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Oh yeah.
it's like,
But if you want to not have a breakdown, you also have to make yourself not accessible
yeah,
24/7. It's a fine line.
for sure.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm on spring break. I'm taking it off.
Yeah.
But except for 2 days. Going back in. But yeah, but I'm still partying right now.
There you go.
I'll wake up tomorrow. I'll feel bad just like it's spring break.
Yeah.
I think I'm still hungover from my party. I haven't had this is few and far between lately.
You've been nursing that beer.
Yeah.
It's 'cause you
it's
got a
partly
2.
the beer.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're still drinking that.
I just
how long
it's
it
kinda
takes to
something
drink it.
Yeah, something to do. 90-minute beer. There you go. 45-minute beer.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your spring break. When this comes out, it'll be the end
It'll
of
be the end.
people here, but there's still spring break going on all over this country. It's the best.
Like I said, there's no traffic right now.
Yeah, because this whole area is on spring break. It's fucking perfect, dude. Hey, if you're going to spring break, do yourself a favor. Head over to nectarsunglasses.com, drop Abacus in the coupon code, and get 20% off of what's already a good price on sunglasses.
That was a great transition.
Yeah, you like that? You like that? And young Jimmy, thank you so much for sending us a deli. I think I saw that we had a new person coming on Venmo today.
Nice.
We
I
had-
didn't see that.
Well, I don't know if it came to mine or to that, but shout out to Aaron who sent over some money for the next 6-pack. I was pretty excited
Nice.
about that. That's an A. So you
I didn't assume.
yes. So Aaron, thank you so much. You'll be picking up the next 6-pack after the other one that young Jimmy bought. So this will be 3 weeks of not paying for beer. That's the ultimate spring break.
Boom.
It's fantastic. And if you need a mortgage, you're in Virginia or Georgia, head over to screendoormortgage.com. Ask for a different Jimmy. It's old Jimmy. We'll take care of you.
Old Jim. Love you, Jimmy.
And so,
Jimmy's.
nah, hey, you looking up? What are you looking up over there?
I'm looking at the reviews. We've still got no reviews. So
Oh, no one reviewed lately?
August 24th of last year.
Oh, we're coming up on a whole year.
Yeah.
Well, that rate, that's fine because we're in our 9th year now, headed towards 10.
Makes you feel good.
It does make us feel good. Thank you all so much.
I do see Aaron came through.
Tell me do we have more years than we do reviews?
No. We got more. Hey, what is that Venmo that Aaron hit us up?
$20.
No, what is the Venmo? No, not how much. What is the Venmo for Inside the Pallet House?
I'm reading what he wrote.
Uh-oh.
Oh, at Inside the Pallet House on Venmo.
That's perfect. In honor of the flaccid stew. Next Sixer is on me.
Damn it.
That's fantastic. You can even throw jokes into Venmo.
Yeah.
Well done, Aaron.
At least we're getting heard.
Laugh harder depending on the dollar amount.
Yes. Thank you guys so
that was
much
a good
for
one.
tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace out.
That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?
Oh, nailed it.
Subaru happens.